Rick, let's go back a minute to the SCTV days. Now,
Anytime you want to go back to SCTV is okay with me.
Now, how close did that show come to replacing the then floundering Saturday Night Live?
I think there was rumor about it. I don't know if it was Brandon Tartikoff, who was running NBC at the time. One of the reasons that he indulged us on SCTV with our inflated license fee was that he was either going to possibly move us into that slot or recruit from within our ranks for prime time. It didn't work out. But what did work out is we got to be left alone in Edmonton to do whatever we wanted, just making ourselves laugh, unaware that anyone was watching us. And when the mail started to trickle in and we started to attract attention, it was a bigger surprise to us than to anybody. We really had no idea anyone was watching.
Yeah. Now with the Bob and Doug McKenzie phenomenon, I remember when the album came out, I wasn't surprised that it was such a huge hit in Canada, but were you surprised that it swept the States also?
It didn't really sweep the States. It swept Canada. I think it still is. It still holds the record for being the fastest selling album in the history of Canada because it was Christmas time and it cut across all demographics. Every grandparent bought one for every kid. It would have sold at those numbers about 3 million copies in the States. It sold about 600,000. So it was a very successful top 10 album. But I think that was because the show was known, but also, you know, let's face it, the beer element to it was really something that worked on the college circuit. So, and it still does. They still watch the movie and rent the movie and buy the letterbox laser disc format.
Well, turning now to the Flintstones. Going in, did you have any hesitancy at all? Because it seems on the surface it would be a natural, but I know Robin Williams probably thought that with Popeye also, that it would be a natural. Were you any concerns?
Well, you know, I don't think Robin went into Popeye thinking that there was any risk involved. You go into these things because you like the material, you want to work, you like the people, the location is attractive for whatever reason. In this case, if it works, that'll be great. If it doesn't, my life doesn't change. You know, it's 90 minutes to the audience, but it's 3 or 4 months to me. And there was only good reasons to do this thing. I'm very happy with the outcome. I think the picture's a lot of fun. But when I was analyzing whether or not to do it, I don't think there were any negatives. There were no risks involved for me. It was a chance to work with John in a role that he's perfect for, and it was a Spielberg production, so I knew it was going to be of the highest quality, and it was something that made a lot of sense to do.
Now, you were approached back in the late 80s about playing Barney before.
Yeah, before Steven had the project, it was with some other producers, and they were talking about doing it too, but they never got it together. And I'm glad it took this long because this should have been made now. It should have been made post-Jurassic, you know.